Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. In our previous class, we discussed about cloudburst and we analyzed five reasons for the cloudburst. One is density of population, second, vehicular pollution, third, industrial pollution, four, stag burning, and fifth, infrastructure deficiency, and finally, water-logged crops. So these are the five causes which release more heat waves into the atmosphere, and atmosphere as a return gift will give the downpour. We have learned that these heat waves due to latent heat of vaporization go upwards and they create vacuum, and this vacuum is filled by clouds. More vacuum, more clouds. More vacuum, more clouds. There will be a thick layer of clouds, and that when it hits some object, or mountain, or something like that, or some other mountains, or some other clouds, the heavy downpour of more than 10 centimeter will fall, and less than 10 centimeter is a normal rainfall, and more than 10 centimeter of rainfall is called cloud burst. Then why this cloudburst? Let us analyze the reasons. The drainage system, the drainage system of any city is designed for less than 5 centimeter rainfall in normal days and up to less than 10 centimeter rainfall in normal days. Some stormwater drains are designed for a 20-year population is projected, and this is constructed. Even this is also not sufficient because we are facing a rainfall of 25 centimeter. In our last class, we have learned that in a sleepy town of Kamareddy, we got a rainfall of 44 centimeter. What will happen to that town, Kamareddy? So there will be a slurry, and at least it will take 2 months to recover. Why this is happening? This And another problem we face is there is no sloping of drains. There is no slopes, so water will not move. And citizens have a right to throw everything on the drains. So drains are used as dustbins. So whatever you clean and town house or something else, and your shop or something like this, and simply bring it and throw in the drains. These drains are choked, and particularly when you throw them in a plastic container or plastic bag, that plastic will never destroy. It takes at least 250 years for the plastic to degenerate. So by the time it will create havoc in the drains. So what we should do to avoid this type of things? What we shall do? And first of all, what we should do to contain the heat wave? Who will contain the heat wave? Who will take the carbon dioxide? Who is the Shiva, Lord Shiva? Who is the Lord Shiva? Because there is a poison Hala Hala has put in. Nobody is everybody is for Amrita. Hala Hala is there, the poison, most poisonous, most venomous thing is there. Who will take it? Lord Shiva has come and Lord Shiva has taken the poison. So now who will take this heat wave? Who has to contain the heat wave? This is the $1 million question. Who has to contain the heat wave? Who will take CO2? Who will take CO2? Happily. Our trees are there. They will take CO2, and happy thing is that they will give back oxygen. So the first thing we have to do is tree plantation. Tree plantation is a long, of course, we can change as long term and short term. Long term strategy, tree plantation we should take in a massive way. Even I recommend to relocate the bigger one, relocate big trees so that the problem can be addressed immediately. So tree plantation is the important long-term measure to contain the heat waves. They take the carbon dioxide and they release the oxygen, and that is the most important thing. Second is identify the waterlogged areas. So if a rain is there, your entire city is not waterlogged. Of course, for some 1 hour or 2 hours, the entire city will be waterlogged. After some time, the water is concentrated or logged in less than 100 places. In the GHM's area, in the recent rains, they have identified around 350 places where water is logging. Even this 350, minor and major water logging should be distributed. And you have to identify the places where water logging is severe. Then you construct rainwater harvesting structures on the road itself, on the road margins, on the road margins, on the road margins, so that the entire water go into the earth and raise groundwater table, which is essential for the water supply of the towns and our entire planet. So we have to raise the green water table. For that, rainwater harvesting structures, so that every drop that rains can be captured and put it in the earth. This is the most important thing. And another long-term solution we have to do is construct storm water drains to suit, say, 40 centimeter rainfall or at least 30 centimeter rainfall. Or we can't expect. It may be more also in future if the more heat and more population is there. This is the most important thing we have to do. What is short term? Short term thing immediately. What we have to do? What we have to do is desilt, desilt the existing drains, and de-choke the culverts. So all these culverts are choked with plastic, dust, etc., and remove them and desilt to up to the bottom. Up to the bottom, you must see. You must see the bottom of the drain. Once you see the bottom of the drain, at least whatever rain comes, that there should be a slope. So this is what we have to do, and and if we do it, most important thing is population control. Another long-term strategy is population control or rural model, urban model of Kerala is also one type of solution, because here the density of the population is distributed, so there won't be much of a heat wave. And vehicular pollution, you must go for public transport, public transport, and work from home, work from home wherever possible, we must allow. And public transport must be encouraged so that more scooters and more cars will be in the home itself, and that will save the purse of the candidates and also the oxygen levels of the atmosphere also. If you allow work from home from many people, wherever it is possible, we can do it. So cloudburst is definitely a problem of the future, and if you don't control it properly, cities will be havoc with the mud slurries, and repairing it will be dangerous. And particularly Small houses made of mud and earth bricks, they will collapse and will create a lot of hazards and havoc, and that will be total unrest to the people and a nuisance to the government. As a government servant, you have to awake and take the short-term measures immediately, plan the long-term measures to control the cloudburst. Thank you very much.